lovely Tuesday. It's Tuesday, November 12th. But if you were seeing this, you could be seeing this at any moment. And if you feel guided to listen in, some chill music. Actually, I might go to more of an ambient. All right, more of an ambient music. Welcome. It's middle of November here, guys. Just waiting to see if we have some people kind of trickle in. I'm live on a few platforms here. And if you are seeing this on your page pop up, just come on, say hello. This is a no pressure space. So it's all about love today. Yeah. We're going to start off with a collective message here. And I'm just going to pull a card just to get this flow going. Yeah. Whew. I'm actually just going to center a little bit and bring in some sound here. So. While I close this, pause this ambient music. Just starting off the day with some bit of sound healing. So if you are new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. I'm just starting off with a collective message. And if I haven't worked with you in the past, I will be doing a few just kind of free readings, stepping into just kind of this Akashic space here. So I'm a psychic medium, and we're just going to tap into the collective here. And so, hello. Hi. So let's see. Thank you guys for joining in. Hit that like button. Just kind of get this energy out there. Let's just see what we have coming in for the collective. Oh, I feel like a sense of, okay. So I have this banquet for the soul here coming in. If you can see, I'm going to go from top. to bottom. I'm really connecting to this root chakra. And so this could be for, people that are here. It could be people who are watching later, whatever kind of calls to you. So just take what resonates with you and let everything else, not be relevant, right? So I feel this connection to, I feel two things. First, this connection to the crown chakra. I just feel opening up. I feel a space of connection. But I also feel a connection to this root chakra and this aspect of grounding more into the present. So I may feel like how it may feel is maybe I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of things floating, I have a lot of and I do feel like this connection is there, but it feels like I also need to kind of ground into my own body and let things physically manifest. I just feel like there's one thing after another that kind of keeps catching my eye and keeps catching kind of my mind, and just being able to ground in, right? Kind of looking at this red here, you guys probably can't see it as well, is it's like it feels like it's a little bit of a overactive type of root chakra, where we're just kind of coming back into balance here, right? We're just coming back into the present moment. And when things are over or underactive, it's just about getting into this present moment, into the now, so that all the things that I'm learning that maybe have been taking my attention and now I'm aware of it, I'm now grounding it back in. And so I definitely feel like there are some people who they're more aware of some of the mindsets that have been just kind of keeping them in a stuck pattern, and now they're more aware of it. And now, like, I saw a vision of someone saying, okay, now what, like, kind of next steps. So when we are aware of some of the things that keep coming back around, I just see things moving around again. It's more of like I want to say, dropping into this present moment, to the heart, being really present and acknowledging what the feelings are. What is it that's coming through, right? Because we're going to get thoughts in here, and we're going to get, maybe fear and doubt. And we just need to get in the present moment to acknowledge that we see that. We see that emotion. We see that aspect of us. And when we see these aspects within us, we don't give it power anymore, right? We see it, we acknowledge it, and now we can shift, right? Like the wind is surrounding the head and the body, waving like the trees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now just grounding that energy in, right? There's just so much higher knowledge and so many things that feels completely connected there. Yeah, just kind of, waving. Now it's like, all right, we need those roots to ground in a little bit so that we can integrate all of this knowledge. And sometimes we may not even know that we are having higher knowledge. And that's why a lot of times when I ask people, I'm like, I'll say to them, do you channel? Just to kind of get their, kind of see where sometimes they're at consciously, or just sometimes that's just how it wants to come in. They're just like, ask them this, right? Ask the person this. And so we all do channel, we all do connect to higher knowledge, but sometimes we don't realize it. So when we get really present, we ground that in. We ground all that higher knowledge in, and then we know, oh, this is higher knowledge. Like this is what I've been feeling this whole time. So that's just something to keep in mind, that there's definitely feels like a collective of people who have been, who've been on a journey, and definitely are coming to a point in time where they're more and more about self-discovery than not. I try to relax my body and listen to close sounds. Yes. So just that that mindfulness, it helps us get into the present. So when we are thinking about past, when we're thinking about future, right, they're thoughts that are perceiving a situation a certain way, right? It's like, oh, this one thing, that person cut me off today while I was driving and I was really angry about it. And I'm still thinking about it. Right? I'm perceiving it, but it's already happened. Right? If I get present, the truth is I'm here and now, everything's all good. And then the same thing with kind of the future. I get this worry, maybe I'm worried about, am I going to be able to do this? Is this going to happen? Am I going to have enough time for this? Right? And so then we start to create all these scenarios maybe that follow along past and present, and those mindsets, and there's those untrue belief systems, and then we start to create that now, and then that's where unintentional kind of manifesting falls in. So yeah, you get really present in your body. And it's all different. People have different things. And some people like breath work, where you can get into, like, you just reset your nervous system by just doing some simple box breathing exercises, by breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding, right? And just reset that nervous system, just coming back into the body. And when we are in past or future, we're not, right? We're in thought. We can be floating, right? So we can reset the system and come back to now. Now, I also love the senses as well. So I love that you said that you try to relax and listen to close sounds. Yeah, you can put some sort of music in the background. It doesn't even need to be low. It could be, high. It could be low, and you have those playing, and you tap into all of your senses. So maybe you have something that you have some tea or coffee, and what does it taste like? What does it smell? Maybe you have some lavender or whatever it is, and you kind of just into each sense. Then we get grounded in our physical body. When we're in this physical body, then we know, okay, this is not true. That's not true. I'm here right now. And we ground in that higher knowledge. So if we had inspired action, even too, that we didn't even maybe want to do because we're like afraid or something. And now we get into this present moment. We're like, oh, that idea, that was a good idea. I'm going to do that. So we integrate that higher knowledge that's coming through by grounding in and being present. So there definitely feels like a collective here where it's like there's a lot of higher knowledge stuff, and it always comes through, but it's like I feel like I'm on the cusp of like being more and more present so that I can integrate and create from that space. So it feels really good. I also get something with expression here, and I'm connecting to, this could be one person, but I feel the jaw, like right here. It could even be like, I just heard like TMJ, or it could appear as TMJ, and I'm not a doctor. I always say that, but it feels connected to energy. It feels connected to expression. So I'm just gonna move that out just a little bit here. And so just focus on that neck, that throat. And just take a moment to just breathe. Focus on this blue color, just dropping into the depth of your essence, into your heart, into your neck, into your head, washing through just that entire body. Dropping in, down to your legs, Now grounding that, connecting with the earth, with roots down into the ground. All right, just come on back. Just move some energy there, guys. And these are techniques. So I don't know how you're feeling. If you are liking it and feeling well, hit that like button. Wherever you're on YouTube or Facebook, just hit that button there. But there are just aspects of us that we can do and use these tools, right? We can use the tools within our body, within our mind to move the energy, to acknowledge the energy and shift it, right? I don't know why this is coming in. Yeah. But I was at a fair once, and there was like not an aura reader, but like someone who was actually measuring the pulses of your physical body. And so they can measure the chakras, but I was in a space of very ungrounded space because I was in working with other people, and so they couldn't get the reading, so I just grounded myself down way way into the earth and dropped into that presence and dropped in. And the reading, so they read the chakras from 0 to 100%. And when you're usually like near that 100%, you're very, very open. Or if you're like, low percent, it's very underactive. And they had measured it was like a 50% difference. So they actually measured the energy that unintentionally that was moving just by mind, just by thought, that energy, the chakras moved in a different direction completely. So this is science, measuring the electromagnetic pulses in the body to measure the centers. That is saying that our mind has the power to do that. We just have to believe it. So using the simple tools, right, and just being in this present moment to ground in and looking at what is it in these areas. Like if we're having physical pain in the body, like speak to the body so that you give it a voice. Ask it, what is it that you're trying to tell me? And this is coming through for one person or everyone, but you just kind of create that relationship with your body and with the area, so you can start to understand what is it that's going on. And usually when we have something that is physical, that is physically manifested, from my experience in the work that I do working with Akashic Enlightenment, I will see a mindset that is connected to that physical aspect. And it comes in all the time in sessions. It's like, hey, are you feeling this? And usually it's a yes, like in a specific area, in a specific body part. And it's connected to all of these, or this one theme of mindset that's coming in. And a lot of times when we go deep, when we get to the root of the mindset where it was believed the most, we bring that from the unconscious and subconscious mind, and all of the bodies, all of the energy bodies, right? We have a field out here. We have our physical body, and we have, spiritual, causal, emotional, etheric, astral, like all of these energetic bodies that hold different things. And we allow this to come to the front of our mind in a space of pure presence. And we decide, the client, the one that's getting the work done, decides this presence is it. This is the moment. And I choose to be in this moment and not in that mindset, or, whatever it is that happened. And providing that space, as well as the person that finally says, yes, I am going, this is it. Right. So experiencing that in the moment. And we can all do that. So I love that that's coming in. So whoever that's related to, whether it's, and you don't necessarily need to do a session. It's just now you're just more and more acknowledging, like, what is in the depths of your mind. And even if we don't fully understand what is in the depths of our mind, we know there's something there, right? And I was actually thinking about this earlier too, and this had popped in my head because some people have repressed memories and they don't remember things that happened to them for periods of time. And so, I'm one of those people. And as I was going through this healing journey and I was working through things, I was working on the aspect of psychology. And then I started to work with EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization, EMDR, so whatever the R is. and that was awesome to bring me into body mind, right? To kind of connect into present. But sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of the repressed memories, like, are things there were things that were still stored in my body that I didn't know. And so the first time I stepped into energy work or working with someone that was doing energy work with me, or working with someone that did Akashic enlightenment, whoever it was, there was a healing in different energy levels and different energetic bodies that I didn't know that helped. And now I do that, I started to do it on my own. But that's just something to kind of think about, is like, when you start to create this relationship with your body, you may not know the reason why, and that's okay. But you start that process, you bring awareness to the fact that your body has something that it's trying to tell you. And when we accept and acknowledge that, that shift happens. It's so beautiful. So I'm not sure if that is resonating with anyone, but I definitely feel that jaw area there. So hopefully that's making sense there. Yeah, I'm gonna pull. Oh, I have a card that just fell out here. I'm gonna pull another card here. What do we have? Animal soul friends. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip here. So just kind of look at this card. I love this. Okay, so there's a big thing here, guys, that wants to come through. I don't know if anyone has been feeling pulled to working with animals, to working with animal communication, to being around more animals. And that could just be dogs, cats, it could be horses, it could be out in nature. And there's an essence here of this pureness of animals. And I'm hearing dogs, so maybe this is relatable to someone with dogs, but this pure essence, if you think about a dog, right? There's just this unconditional love. There is we all come into this world and are all unconditional love. Sometimes animals can represent that physical manifestation, reminding us and mirroring back to us unconditional love, purity. It's like, just like, to me, this projection of our consciousness that wants to physically say out there, like, hey, look, this is your light, your true essence, is unconditional love. And I can say, at least for dogs, right? I don't know about all animals, and I know that they're all, all pure and all unconditional love. I just know my experience with dogs is it's this essence of them. No matter how you show up, no matter what you may have to say, no matter how you're feeling, there is this unconditional love that is just there. They're not asking you to do anything, it's just there. And I like to say that's a mirroring of this unconditional love that is in here. And it's looking to remind me of that so I could see it. And that's kind of like, that's what I tell people that I do, is to help facilitate shifts so people can see the light that they already are. So here we have animals. So if you've been feeling called, all right, animal soul friends, you've been called, go sit with the animals. Go sit. If you're like, I don't know, I feel like I wanted to like go ride a horse and do like a journey, or just kind of be next to it. However that manifests for you, there is something here that is relatable, that is wanting to give you a message to show you you in a different way. So sometimes things start to click and start to then bring to our awareness by that physical reality, by what's happening on the outside, to remind us of that. So I also feel like there's animal communication too. Like either you're like curious about it, or like I just heard telepathy. So either someone does it, or they feel like they can talk to and communicate with animals, and absolutely you can. There's even an exercise here, guys. There's a very quick exercise. So if you are feeling interested in this, in telepathy and talking with animals, if you are newer to energy, it might take a little bit to kind of do, and kind of get used to. But all you really do is we're gonna do like a triangle that's pointing outwards. So it's gonna go from the heart, from the third eye, out to wherever you're directing the energy, back to the heart, and then up again. And so when we go up to the third eye and we point out forward, you're gonna like imagine you're flipping your third eye, now directing it. It's just all about intention. So don't worry if you feel like you're not doing it right. It's just all about, I'm flowing in this direction. And when you are projecting the energy out, think of an animal. So if you have an animal, project just a thought, and then allow that energy to flow back in receiving mode, and then up, and then hello, and then out again. So just you can kind of close your eyes with me and just focus on that heart space, right? Maybe you're just projecting out to animals outside of your house, but it's just this intention of that heart space. And then you put your attention from that heart, all of the love, its frequency embodying unconditional love. Float that up to your forehead effortlessly. Then just imagine that you are pushing that energy forward out into the world, maybe to your animal. And then bring that back down to that heart space. We're just going to do this 2 more times. So floating any unconditional love, right? Maybe you have a message, just floating that up to the head, pointing that out, directing that out, bringing it back to your heart. Okay, and just do it one more time, floating that love all the way up to that forehead, projecting that out forward in front of you, then receiving that back to your heart. And if you did not close your eyes, if you want to close your eyes, come on back. And so that is just that's just a little exercise if you are looking to get into communicating with your animals. I learned this at a retreat in San Diego, and we were out on the boat with the dolphins and the whales, or we didn't see them yet. And I was taught this, and it's just very simple, right? Just connecting to like kind of the hubs there, and then projecting energy with intention. And we were calling in all the dolphins and the whales. And of course, it's that time of the season. So it was just like hundreds if not thousands of dolphins that just swarm the boat, and a couple of whales. And so I started practicing it when I got home, and I started to pick up on telepathy with humans. So that is something to be mindful of, which is all good, because when we are in a higher consciousness, right? There's no, I don't ever intend to, I wouldn't ever intend to be like, I'm gonna like telepathically invade, right? But it was all about this stepping into this higher consciousness, this higher frequency, embodying that and grounding in whatever messages were coming through or wanted to come through. So it was fun. Hello, welcome in there, Angie. And then Erin, we have here. That's a great tip. Thank you. I'm not sure which part it was that was a good tip, but I'm glad that it resonated. So yeah, you guys, there's definitely someone who's interested in doing animal communication here, right? Because this is just collective, and I'm definitely at least guided to give some of that info back. So if you are not following me or subscribed to my channel yet, I'm on YouTube and Facebook now. Give me a follow, give me a subscribe there as an energy exchange there. I am going to open up if there's anyone that wants a reading. I don't have anyone on. I'm going to do just a few here and see kind of what comes up for you. I have just kind of my cards here. So feel free to drop in if you're looking for any guidance here. If I haven't worked with you in the last few weeks, someone that's more newer, I'd love to work with you. And while I kind of just wait there, I just wanted to share. So I do Akashic Enlightenment sessions, and I am in what's right now called my Akashic Enlightenment. So I'm in my Akashic Records, what is a higher dimensional space. And it's basically your soul's journey, right, of what you've experienced. And so I'm also tapping into what's called the Book of Truth. And there are many consciousness hallways that we tap into for higher knowledge to help bring in enlightenment, to help bring in, right, our true essence of us. So you can kind of frame it up as the laws of the universe. And so we use that higher knowledge to transform and try kind of really transform and see the light that we are. So, okay, I see you, Dana. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So, yeah, let me know there, Dana. Do you have a specific question? Let me know. Drop it in, or if you just want a general one, and I will just see what we got going on there for you. Okay, cool. Erin, we can get to you after. And then if you guys can just hit that follow button for just an energy exchange if you're not already. So give that, or if you subscribe if you're on YouTube. But yeah, so Dana, let me know what you were thinking. General. I'm just going to flow what's in the cards here. So I'll just wait until I hear from you there. Oh. All right. Hello. Hi. Just hit that subscribe button there, Jackie, and appreciate it. Or reply general, been releasing. Yeah. Okay, cool. I just had a card fly out there for you too. So I'm going to just start to use that energy. When I started to, I was just waiting just to see if you were open or if you had something specific. And I was just connecting to this heart. It's like this heart expansion, and I'm just hearing like opportunities. So whatever you have been releasing, it's like your guides are coming in. It's just a reminder that you're creating this capacity to bring in what's in alignment. So if you feel like, because I heard stuck kind of just come in again. And Jackie, we just have another person before you, so just hang around. Um, if you're feeling like some of the energy is still stuck, um, it's like sometimes we're holding on to something just because we're used to it, right? We're just like, okay, this is the way that things have been. This is all that I know. Who am I? What I'm just hearing this kind of come through. Who am I without this part of me, without that? And we can sometimes attach like an identity to certain things. I don't know if there's a job or anything there that you're also releasing to, or mindsets related to job and career, or just like, I don't know if you do work, because I just got this feeling of like, I don't want it to be work. Um, and it's more coming from a mindset of like stepping in and doing just more things that you enjoy. So there's definitely like a couple big messages coming in relating to being like honoring who you truly are, and seeing that it's okay to also feel like you may have some grief that may come up when you're detaching like your identity from other things. That's okay to acknowledge that, right? Like, I don't know if that's one of the areas that you kind of may shy away from. And I would say a lot of people usually aren't really comfortable with grief. And so it just feels like that kind of feeling. And it may not be a physical person. It may be more like, to me, I feel like it's more of like an identity to something. And I kind of get pulled to like work or job or like things that I do that people put expectations on. And that's the thing that is being released, or even that wants to just come up now as like an opportunity to say, hey, like this aspect of this identity here, this is not who you truly are. This is we can be so quick to attach identities to things, because that is exactly what society has said. They have said time and time again, oh, this is you, right? This is, we go to college, we get this job, we, do all these things. And that is there. It's really nothing like that. So that's just this identity that society and or even family, I'm hearing, may kind of put some expectations there. So being able to kind of acknowledge that here now feels really good. I had this card pop out for you. Oh, there's two. So let's see what we have here. Higher purpose. I love this. So we're going to start top to bottom. Higher purpose there. And then vow release. Okay, I'm going to get to that one in a second. Whew. Okay, feels really, and I love that this card came out, and I did not know what this card was until I just looked at it, and it just really connects to this identity here, and just that releasing those things, but also stepping into things that you enjoy and that is in true alignment. And it's like, well, how do I know? How do I know what's in true alignment? How do I know where to go? Right? So being really, really present within your body as things come up, feel into it. Feel, how does that feel? I also feel like you may have been in spaces and times where you were saying yes to a lot of things that you didn't want to do. And so now it's kind of like reclaiming that power, but knowing what is a true yes and what is a true no. So sometimes it can kind of look like a people pleasing kind of tendencies, or it could just kind of look like being very quick to just saying yes before even thinking about it. Those are just innate kind of reactions that just kind of, they just pull us in that direction. And those are the things that, at least I feel like that's what you're releasing, or at least this wants to come through to kind of reassure you that, or even guide you in some of the things to start to look at as well. Just her kind of guide you in like being intentional with some of the things that are coming through. So looking at what does a yes and no really feel like in the body, and even, if there's ever been anything where you've like felt like your power was not in here, right? Claim that back. Claim it, call it all back in, and be in this present space, and know that this is the important time now. This is where you're doing the work. So I love that. And then we'll end it with this vow release here. I just felt this, very big wave just come over when I first looked at this card. And it's connected again. It's going back to expectations of other people. And where are we? It's like, if you want to give it a label, if you want to give it a vow, right, or whatever it is, right, it's just this label of like, right, we have these expectations when meanwhile there's a universal law of being limitless, limitless, if I could say the word right. There's this universal law like that. We embody that. And so there's no you fit in the box type of deal, and that's how it's going to be. And that's what is being released, right? Other people's expectations, your expectations of yourself. And I'm just hearing like, enjoy the journey and know that that all of this, you're creating now space for alignment. So if people, places, situations drop out, and if they drop out really quick, know that you're going to have things that are in alignment fall in really quick. And so that's some of the things that are coming through. So hopefully, yeah, hello. Hopefully that makes sense for you there. I know I said a lot there. And yeah. So feel free to, if you are not connected on, let me drop it up here. If you're not connected on my website, feel free to just subscribe to the newsletter. There's no pressure in that, but you can see some of the stuff that I have, and just anyone who's interested as well. You can see some of the courses that I'm doing. There are some free things that I do as well. I did today like a free manifesting workshop. And there's just a lot of tools out there, a lot of content. If you're not on YouTube, definitely give my YouTube a subscribe to. I have a podcast episode that comes out every Friday, and just lots of free resources there. So yeah, I'm glad that makes sense there. All right, Erin, if you are still there, hello. We have some people coming in and out. Hit that like button, button, raise the roof. And if Erin, if you are still there, I know you were looking for some guidance before, and I don't know if yeah, Michelle, there's two people in front of you, and so let's just see if they're here first. And then if they are, then you would be okay. Then you'd be my last reading for the day. Okay, Erin, let me know. Do you have a question, a general? Be grateful for some guidance. So, if you are not following the page, I would appreciate it if you can do that as an energy exchange. And then hit that like there. And then anyone who's on YouTube, give me a subscribe there. But let me know, Erin, are you looking for a general? Yeah, Jackie, we have you next. So yeah. But definitely hit that subscribe so I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays while I'm waiting just for Erin here, just to see if she wants a general. Yeah, love my content. Ooh! All right. I'm not sure if I know I can't tell just based on how tiny the picture is showing up on my screen if I know who you are. But okay, so guidance for spiritual development. Awesome. All right. Let's see what comes up here. Let's see here. Erin. We're just moving through some of this energy here. I don't know if your ears ring. I'm hearing my right ear, or I was hearing my right ear. That just feel like your guides are like, she's here. Yeah. And when people are saying yes, and that if you're like if you say yes to anything, just kind of like a one word after will kind of help me. So if there's like yes ears, right? So if your ears are, if they do ring, but I hear that ear, and it's kind of all the time. Okay. I love that. That's good. I mean, your guides are like really excited that you're here in this present moment. By the way, they're just like, ah. And so, okay, so there's a few things coming through because now they're like, all right, let's get more serious. So your vibration is raising. So part of what's happening with the ears is you're tapping in. Okay, so you're tapping in, channeling, receiving information. So it's like I always say, like it's like a frequency that we can like they're just showing me that. They're showing me the knob of like you're tuning in and you're being attuned to higher frequencies, higher knowledge. And it just feels like it's really like the one thing that I'm hearing is like presence. So I don't know if you kind of like second guess, like, or if you think that maybe it's related to a health thing or something like that. And so yeah, let me know if you okay, because that energy stopped flowing there. Let me just give that 1 second there. Hey, David, hit that subscribe button. I may not be able to get to you today, but I do go live. Let me just pull a card here because your guides are just there's a lot of joy here. All right. Freeing the threads of connection. Okay. Is likely a distraction. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This card is so perfect for what is kind of coming up because I see them saying you're tapping in. They're showing this frequency, this not like I see it. And then it's like, right, the presence, the non-presence or presence is likely distraction. I'm not sure if I completely understand, but what comes through is like, all right, I'm not sure. Okay, am I really getting this? Am I not getting this? Is this real, right? So it's just kind of like it could be a simple thought, right? And so when we get more into presence, when we get into the body, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about presence in your body, connecting in with your energy centers. Like I don't know if you do meditate, but I see you like looking at your chakras. I don't know if you kind of measure them, but I see you, and if you don't, they're giving this guidance to help you to do where you can like look at your chakras. So there's 7 main ones that a lot of people talk about, and they're saying even the earth chakra and the soul star chakra, which is outside of the body, you focus your attention on those areas, and then you just kind of ask what is the knowledge, what is it that wants to come through. But I just see you like scanning them, and they're just like, oh, okay, like this is a really good thing to know. Right, so that presence there is really important. Now freeing the threads of connection. So whether or not you know that you are channeling and that you're receiving this higher frequency and this higher knowledge, it's really about freeing. So when they say freeing the threads of the connection, there's like the threads of like this connection to our physical body. Oh, you do skin. There's this connection of the physical body. And then there's when we kind of just, we're always connected, but just in our mind, we become free of the physical identity to it. And we tap in to universal knowledge, and we drop into that essence and allow that to flow, right? So sometimes I don't know if there's any nervousness on you like floating too high or something like that, because I just saw you floating above your body, but it's like this cord they're kind of showing, like this cord is really connected there, and I just see you kind of resist a little bit. And so it may not be like, hey, you resist for like a really long time, but even if there's just any doubt, those are just some opportunities for spiritual development on like, where are some of these things maybe coming from? Are there some things or some stories or anything? I'm here like with the family. If there's anything that has ever been said to you, you just kind of review that and just rewrite that story right in the now. So I'm glad that you understand, because you said you scan. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just about how we can connect in, and people connect in differently. Like, I can give examples and ideas here. Yeah. I'm glad that it's making sense here. Yeah, let me know. I'm just actually gonna pull one more card for you here, and then, all right. Embrace your divine right to heal. And just the one thing that's coming through again is just like kind of doubt. I mean, it may not be like you're like consciously saying like, I doubt this, I doubt this, I doubt this, but it's just the body's responding to it. And so that's the guidance that's coming through, is that, hey, like, even if you're not saying that, um, look at areas and themes in your life where I'm just hearing about, like, even just like family. Like, if there were things that were ever said to you that were like kind of put doubt in your ability, those are things to release in the body. And then that, you go back to the root of the mindsets and you clear out. And it's even saying here too, like, your divine right to heal, right? Embrace your divine right to heal yourself. You choose it, right? We choose in that moment that we are already healed, right? Because it happens that quick. So hopefully that helps. Feel free to, if you aren't already, feel free to check out get on my newsletter on my website. I have it up, myawakeningwithin.com. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Feel free to listen to, you said you like my content. I don't know if you're on my YouTube, hit that subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of things coming up that are going to be related to spiritual development. Like, what are guides? Like, how do we connect? So I don't know where you are in your journey, and I feel like you are maybe even much further than you think. And so some of those just tools, you can just see if it resonates. So yeah. Okay, so I have here, let's see. I had here Jackie. Oh wait, Jackie, did you want a reading? Are you still here there? Are you still here there, Jackie? It's PJ. Just saying hi, spreading the love. I love it. If you are still here, I'm loving it. Yeah, yeah. I know, because I thank you for calling me out on that. PG. Now I will never say PG. I will always be PJ, by the way. So thank you for spreading the love there. All right, if you are here, if not Jackie, then, but I'll give you another moment here, Jackie. Just say yes. Okay, cool. So let me know, did you want a general? Did you want um, did you have something specific? So yeah, let me know there. You guys hit that like button while we are waiting. I see you, Michelle, after. We're going to probably end with you, but we'll see. Because I did see we have another one here. David. Yeah, David, if you are still here, we'll get to you after, and then we'll have you as last if you're still here at the end. But hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that follow. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. General. Okay. All right, we'll hop in. So just disconnecting from Erin. All right, and then Jackie, if you are able to just hit that subscribe button as that energy exchange, I would appreciate it. You can always adjust your notifications, guys, because I do go live twice a week. I do post an episode once a week, so you can always adjust your notifications, but I would really appreciate that energy exchange. So, yeah. All right, so some general stuff here. All right, Jackie, I had something coming in. I don't know if you are hydrated enough. Was coming in, as you saw, I was like, I went in to drink. I have water in here, and I just kept hearing like, just more water, more water. And maybe you do drink a lot of water, but I feel like maybe adding some like Celtic salt, or I use Noon Noon or NUUN tabs, and they help with electrolytes. So basically, we're getting water, and our muscles are retaining, actually keeping the water instead of just like letting it out. So just something that was just coming through. So let's see. That is just a general thing. I don't know if you also get headaches as well. So I just feel a lot going on in the head, and busy, 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 busy. So it's just kind of what I heard. I heard busy, busy, busy. So let's see what we have here. Honor thy worth. So just kind of look at this card, top. I love this card. Yeah, like this to me is like, this is you. You are this temple. You are this wholeness. It's you seeing that light. You seeing that, you being able to trust in your intuition, whether you feel that you are intuitive or not. And stepping more into trusting that you have the best inner guidance for yourself when you come from presence and now, right? So there's intuition, and then there's like ego, there's doubt, there's fear, there's judgment, and that can all be very normal. So I feel like there's a lot of intuition opportunities to lead by intuition, that is, and just kind of journeying along that path where you're doing things that are connected to alignment and your true self, and that's knowing, right? Knowing your worth. When you are connected to this present moment in alignment, you say, oh, this opportunity came in. Oh, okay. I feel that feels good. And you follow that, right? Because we are worthy. We're whole. We are not separate from God, source, universe, right? Whatever you believe, we're not separate. There's this interconnectedness. There's this aspect of the universe out there that is reflecting this divine perfection back to us, and it's stepping into that place and coming from that space and creating from that space too. There's a lot of things coming up with manifesting. I'm just hearing like manifesting. So I don't know if you're like intentionally manifesting and visualizing. I just see like a vision board, and I'm like seeing like paper like cut out from magazines, like I want this and this and this, or even Pinterest, I just heard. And it's like I want all of these things, and the guidance that's coming through is tapping into that intuition and listening to it, so that you are doing it, inspired action. Because we have one thing with intent, and then we have alignment. So right, is it in alignment, that intuition? And then we create from all of those spaces, and we manifest intentionally, and we allow ourselves to do things from that inspired action. So when we are in true alignment and joy, and we are manifesting, it's like, oh, okay, this feels right, right? And then something pops in, you just get this idea. I was just talking about this earlier today. I did a free manifesting class. So if you're not on my newsletter, get on the newsletter, because I'm gonna have a free hour posted up about it, workshop on manifesting. And it feels like it's really relevant to just how you're looking to bring things into your reality, and that there are questions that you may want to ask yourself, like, is this really me? Is this really, do I really want this? And I was manifesting from a space of like others' expectations that then became my own expectations, which is not really my expectations. And I was looking to manifest this promotion and all these things with my corporate job. And then I started to realize that, oh, yeah, I actually don't want that. And so then we create from the space of alignment, and then we do things from that area. So we put ourselves out more, or we decide to go on the beach, and we meet someone random and get an all paid expense to California. So, I'm just saying there's some stuff there, that feels like you allowing yourself to figure out what is alignment, where is that frequency, but coming from in the body when you do it, right? And out of thought, so we can visualize and have that vision board. And maybe you don't have a vision board, but you're like, I want to create this life for me. These are the things that I want. I'm hearing the universe come in and be like, all right, are you sure you want this? Are you sure you want this? Right? Not to question everything. We don't want to like make it where you're like now starting to question everything, but that's where we start to develop this journey and morph it to manifest quickly. Right. So we want to make sure we're stepping into that space. I'm also hearing about unconditional love here. It's like tying into knowing your worth. So let me see here. Uh, Animal soul guardians. I don't know if you were here earlier when I was just channeling in about animals. But and I don't know if you do anything with shamanism or feel really connected to nature and animals. That message could have been partially for you. And I was kind of channeling that in the beginning. And it feels really like the way that you connect to energy it's all about how we're perceiving energy, because energy is all the same. It's all the same. We're the ones who kind of separate and delineate it. But I see the way that you perceive that energy in a very beautiful unconditional love way is this connection to nature in animals. And maybe it's just kind of coming in your purview right now, or maybe you already kind of do some shamanic work, so I'm not sure. But I feel like you have your animal totems or an animal guides showing up. So whether you're seeing a lot of animals pop in your purview a lot lately, just know maybe there's a message. Maybe it's just the message is just to be in that moment, or maybe there's another message. I also did this telepathy exercise in kind of, maybe it was like 20 minutes in, I don't remember. And that's popping back in my mind. So you may want to go back and rewatch this one, and it'll give you a little bit of an exercise there to tap into communicating with animals. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense there. So yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we have here, let me just see here. So we have Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. I do have you here, Michelle, and then David. David, if you are still here. So I will have you too. So let's see, Michelle. I do know that you're subscribed already. David, we're not up to you yet, but if you can subscribe, that would be great. We're just seeing if I lost any messages. Yeah, absolutely. Just Michelle, let me know that you're here, and let me know. You had said you just had a question. If you can ask a question. Yeah. So, what is your question? Drop that in. And just so you guys know, while you are while we are waiting, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. I have some really cool stuff coming up on YouTube. I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's different flavors, different days, just kind of channeling in messages for the collective. I've been doing some free stuff right now, but I have some very cool membership stuff coming up for energy healing and other fun stuff. So hit that subscribe so you can stay in the know. And feel free to check out my website, myawakeningwithin.com. You can go to the bottom to subscribe to the newsletter or just wherever you land. And I have a lot of things that I do. Like today, I had a free manifesting workshop. So if you sign up today, it's about an hour long, but I'm sending that out to my newsletter list. So you definitely don't want to miss that. And then I just have here, I just saw something come in for Michelle there. I also have a Akashic Chakra Activation series. So either you're a practitioner or you're like looking to understand energy more. This is going to be in the Akashic field. So we're going to be in a higher space, a higher vibration, tapping into the main chakras in the Earth Star and the Soul Star to understand how the depth of us, the unconscious and subconscious mind, is flowing within these energy centers, how to know when they're in balance or when they're out of balance, and how to use this depth of knowledge for when you're working with other people, whether that's clients or just understanding, the flow of life. So feel free to check that out there. You'd like some guidance on what's happening. 11 here. Great. You'd like some guidance on what's happening with you currently. Things feel really disconnected currently. Okay. So, whew. All right. I'm just going to tap in here for your highest good, Michelle. Michelle, what is happening to you currently? Okay. There's a couple things coming in. I'm hearing this like attachment to outcome and expectations coming in here. They actually kind of show you a little bit out of body. They're showing me visually. So let me just kind of get in touch with your body. Okay, so the way that it feels in the physical body is kind of like if I have a shivering type of feeling. So just drop in, just slightly close those eyes with me. Okay, just gonna move through some energy here, and anyone that's watching can kind of participate, but the attention is on you, Michelle. Just drop into your heart, visualizing that heart in your chest in the color of gold. Put your attention there to your heart. And just feel your body and your energetic body just merge, keep claiming and calling back in all of your power now in all dimensions, times, and planes, in all lifetimes, flowing into that heart, allowing your expression to flow effortlessly from that heart space, just dropping in. Yes. Just drop in. And take a deep breath in. Hold it. And just sigh it out. And just take one more. Hold it. Inside out. And just come back, bringing some awareness back to the room, knowing that you're in your body. And just bring your awareness fully back to the room. Yeah, Michelle, there's just a lot of higher dimensional knowledge that feels like it's coming in other lifetimes, like wanting to integrate that knowledge, and it's already there, but sometimes we can resist, right? So it just feels like my body was out. It's like I'm over here, but like we want to integrate. And so that can just that can be represented in many different ways. Like sometimes, like the way you had asked the question here was or you had said, let me go back to that. You want to know what's happening. You just feel really disconnected. And so what it felt like was that like mind, body, spirit, and this just all of this knowledge and looking to integrate here. So, and it's nothing bad. It's just when we get overwhelmed with a lot of truth, and where there sometimes might be like even just this unconscious resistance. Like we're not like proactively going out there and like being like, no, right? But it's like our body has some things that it might still need to process, which we can decide right here. And I feel like when we drop that body in, it stepped into a knowingness. So remember to go back and use this kind of a tool. It just, but I know you said you just want to kind of know what it's happening. Feel free to hop on my, just do like a discovery call. It's just a free 15-minute discovery call. Not that I can't give you more information now, but it's just, might get more in depth with just some things, and just kind of help in the process as we are going through this spiritual journey. So I'm just actually going to pull a card for you here. One card. This is more channeled and directed by spirit. Higher purpose. To me, what's coming through is like higher knowledge, right? Your higher knowledge, your purpose, like all of that, sometimes can feel like in like an existential crisis, right? So it can feel scary on many different levels when we're finally stepping into truth. So yeah, it definitely feels more. Yeah. Okay, you nearly booked hop on, do the discovery call. It doesn't hurt. It's 15 minutes. It's free. So, yeah, you felt like you came back in and out in fight or flight. Yeah, it's that shuddering feeling is kind of what it feels like the body in, out. So, it's all good. You're good. Use the tools and then feel free to hop on a discovery call, right? Just see if there's anything else there. So, all right, David, if you're still here, so if you aren't, that's fine. But David, if you are here, David Duhami, let me know. Let me know. Hit that yes. If you have a question or if you just want to general, let me know. I'm going to wait for you for a brief moment as let's see, go through here, guys. Make sure I'm seeing, we have some new people that came in. I don't know if you guys are still here, but if you are, love, light, peace, unity. I love it. I love when you just like, you have these beautiful people coming into the channel, and everyone's beautiful, but when you are like inclined to just, when you're just love, light, peace, unity, and you bring that out and physically express that in the channel, it's so much appreciated. I love that. Just that. So, but if you guys are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and then PJ. I saw your comment there, warmed my heart. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I definitely feel the resonance to put myself out there on YouTube because there's just so much that we can collectively share knowledge on. And so, yeah, I definitely can feel what you're saying. Sometimes I, yeah, I don't really know someone too long or not physically. It's like, oh, we know each other as other lifetimes. So I totally hear that. I think David left, but I was just gonna give him another moment there. And let's see if we have any. He says I like joy. Okay. Yeah, maybe he left. I'm gonna give it another brief moment. While I do, well, I just kind of wait in that brief moment there, guys. As I was mentioning to just before, if you are resonating with me, and you are looking for support, now I come from a space to help people feel empowered to see the light that they already are. Right. So it's I do different classes and do different things to help with that, or even just personal sessions. But if you are resonating with me and you're like, I feel like, maybe I need support in a certain part of my life, I'm just, yeah, book a discovery call. It doesn't hurt. It's 15 minutes free. And you just kind of, right, it's just an opportunity and a space um, for you to have that support, even if you don't decide to move forward with any sessions with me. But it's, yeah, even if it's just that little drip that comes in and everyone finds people that resonate with them more and more, I find myself more, there's a lot of spirit taught that I'm just kind of, I have that spirit taught, or a lot of higher knowledge just dropping in, and I work within my own Akashic enlightenment. So that's the space that I feel really resonates with me. And those are the tools and the things, like, we have access to all of this higher knowledge ourselves. There's no gatekeeping. There's not one person, has it all and the other doesn't. We're coming into a time of these awakenings. There's more and more people waking up to abilities, waking up to a different perspective. And when you sometimes do that, sometimes there can be a catalyst that kind of feels like there's an explosion, or like all these things falling in life. And so sometimes, there's a little support that you can journey with. And then once you kind of gain tools to help, or tools that you resonate with, or or even to, like, I like to have someone that kind of celebrates my wins with me. I do a lot of celebration, so that's always helpful. So hello there. Give the page a subscribe there. Um, but I have on here just looking at this Akashic Chakra Activation series starting on Thursday, looking at all the chakras. There's also mini energy healing, because we'll be moving through a lot of unconscious, subconscious things. We're gonna be pulling up things and aspects of ourselves and looking at ourselves differently, seeing this light within us. So this light is shining on those shadows now within these energy centers. What are the energy centers holding? What are they trying to tell us? How do we know that they're out of balance there, guys? So it's pretty much like a $22 per week investment in yourself, and you get all the tools to understand more about your energy, how it works, how the flow of it works, how your mind can is really the one, whether you're falling more into ego and fear or more into truth and alignment. That perception there, and that energy can be controlling and manifesting things either intentionally or unintentionally. So you're going to want to not miss it if it calls to you. And even if you miss the first one, you can still catch up, or you can just watch them on replay. And so it's going to be a good time. you can check out my website, which is just myawakeningwithin.com. Hop on my newsletter. I do a lot of really cool stuff. I will, if you missed my manifesting workshop live, you go on my newsletter. I'm sending out a copy. If not, I plan on doing another one in December because I have a big course coming out in January and it's going to be awesome. It's using what I like to say, the hack method. It's super simple. It's a healed alignment and creation. Right. So if you want to kind of learn more about that, definitely hop on the newsletter and feel free to, if you're on YouTube or even if you're not on YouTube, hit that subscribe there. I have a lot of free resources. I have a podcast, an episode comes out every Friday. And this past week, I had one that came out about manifesting. So a lot of really, really cool stuff there. And just free resources if you feel aligned to me, or even if you're just like, oh, there's something there, feel free to check out some of those resources. Not everything is for everyone, but there might be some topics that you resonate with. I have a fun one in there about healing my relationship with money, and more to come out on that as well, because that money seems to be the one big continuous thing that we're always like we're creating from this space of like survival by like I want to have it versus like everything's taken care of, it'll all be good. And it comes down to that nervous system and where we are at from the idea of money, which is just energy exchange, right? It's just energy, but it's all of the things that maybe happen to us relating to money and that relationship, or all the things people told us about money and how hard it is to get it. Like all of these things, we store that imprint in us, even on an unconscious level. So it's time to release that now, right? We just do it right now and allow yourself to be present. So, if any of that is resonating, check out my website, myawakeningwithin.com. Hop on a discovery call. Check out some of the classes coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. And hit the follow button if you like what you are hearing and you want to hear more. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I may switch the time. Right now, we are keeping it to 5 p.m. Mountain AZ time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then wherever you are in the world. So right now we're there. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's always so much fun to see what comes out and to see the fun coming out in the chat as well. So I always appreciate it. And this event, this day, this hour and so with anyone that pops in, just even for 5 minutes or whatever, like your guys' vibration is creating this to be what it is. So thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you soon. All right. Bye everyone.